Welcome to another deep dive, listeners. Today we're going to be wading into some pretty deep waters, AI ethics.
Yeah, and we're talking healthcare, surveillance, education, the whole shebang.
Big stuff. And to help us navigate these murky waters, we've got an expert on board, of course, someone who eats, sleeps, and breathes this stuff.
That's me, guilty as charged. And let me tell you, this stuff is changing so fast, even I have to sprint to keep up sometimes.
I bet. So, like, take healthcare, right? AI diagnosing you based on your x-rays and MRIs, that's got to be a game changer, no?
Huge potential there, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine AI spotting those tiny details, those little blips on a scan that even a trained eye might miss.
Wild, right? But then there's that other side of the coin. Like, what if the AI learned from, I don't know, a biased data set? It could end up doing more harm than good.
Exactly. And that's the crux of it, isn't it? It's not just about having this incredible technology, but making sure it's learning from the right information.
Because a biased AI doctor is not really what the doctor ordered, right?
Definitely not. And that's why we need those ethical guardrails in place to make sure AI is used responsibly and equitably.
Right, right. So it's not just about whether AI can do something, but whether it should.
100%. And that's a question we need to be asking ourselves more and more as AI becomes more powerful.
No doubt. And speaking of powerful, AI in education. Talk about a revolution waiting to happen. Personalized learning, AI tutors, the possibilities seem endless.
They really do. Imagine a world where every student has access to a personalized learning experience tailored to their unique needs and learning style.
No more one-size-fits-all classrooms. That's got to be music to a lot of students' ears.
Yeah.
But then there's that data issue again, isn't there?
Always lurking in the background. Because if the AI grading your essays has learned from a biased data set, well, it might not be grading you fairly.
And that's a scary thought. Your future shouldn't be determined by an algorithm that's not even playing fair.
It shouldn't. Which is why transparency is key. We need to know how these systems are trained, what data they're using, and how they're making decisions.
Transparency and accountability, those are big ones for sure. And it's not just education, right? Surveillance is another area where things can get a little, well, Orwellian.
Orwellian is right. I mean, think about it. AI-powered cameras everywhere, facial recognition software tracking your every move. It's a privacy nightmare waiting to happen.
It does make you wonder, where do we draw the line? When does security tip over into, Big Brother territory?
It's a tough one, and there's no easy answer, but it's a conversation we need to have because the technology is here and it's not going away.
And the stakes are just too high to bury our heads in the sand.
Exactly. We need to be informed, we need to be engaged, and we need to be asking tough questions.
Because the future of AI is being written right now, and we're all part of the story.
We are, and the choices we make today will determine what that future looks like. I mean, it's not hard to imagine, right? You're walking down the street completely unaware, and bam, your face is scanned, analyzed, logged.
And it's not just the government we're talking about, is it?
Oh, absolutely not. Think corporations, even private citizens with enough know-how.
So it's not just about catching criminals anymore, is
It's
it?
about control. Who has it? Who can use it? And what are they using it for?
That's a bit unsettling when you put it like that.
Right, and that's why this whole debate about surveillance is so crucial. Because where do we draw the line? How much are we willing to give up in the name of security?
It's like that classic saying, right? Those who would give up liberty for security.
Deserve neither.
Exactly. But it's tough, because technology keeps advancing, the lines get blurrier.
No doubt. It's like we're constantly playing catch-up, trying to wrap our heads around these new capabilities while figuring out the ethical implications.
That's not just about us, right? Future generations, our kids, they're going to inherit this world we're shaping.
Absolutely. And that's a huge responsibility. We need to be asking, what kind of legacy are we leaving them? A world where privacy is a distant memory.
That's a chilling thought. And it's on us right now to make sure that doesn't happen.
It is. It's about demanding transparency, pushing for regulations that protect our rights.
Making our voices heard, basically.
Exactly. Because silence, in this case, equals consent. And we can't afford to be silent on this.
Well said. Well said. So what can we do? I mean, where do we even begin to tackle something this big, this complex?
Well, I think awareness is key. The more people understand about AI, about its potential and its pitfalls, the better equipped we are to demand change.
So knowledge is power, basically.
100%. Educate yourself. Talk to your friends and family. Start those uncomfortable conversations.
Don't shy away from the hard questions.
Exactly, because the answers, they're out there. but we have to be willing to look for them together.
Together. I like the sound of that. It's funny. I almost feel a bit more hopeful after that. Like, we're not just along for the ride. We can actually steer this thing.
We can, and we have to, because AI, it's not some inevitable future, it's a choice.
A choice we're making right now with every click, every swipe, every decision.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And those choices, they matter. They determine what this technology becomes.
And ultimately, what our world becomes, right?
No doubt about it. It's about finding that balance, harnessing the power of AI while safeguarding our values.
Because we don't want to lose sight of what makes us human in the first place. Empathy, compassion, those things.
Exactly. Those are the qualities that should guide us as we navigate this new landscape.
It's not about replacing humanity with AI. It's about finding ways for them to work together, to complement each other.
Absolutely. And that requires a shift in perspective. We need to stop viewing AI as this separate entity, this threat.
And start seeing it as a tool, one that we can use to build a better future.
A future that works for everyone, not just a select few.
That's the key, isn't it? Making sure everyone benefits from these advancements, not just a privileged few.
Exactly. And that's why this conversation, this deep dive, it's so important. Because the more people understand about AI, the more empowered they are to demand better.
To demand a future where AI is used for good, where it enhances our lives, not diminishes them.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's about taking back control, shaping the narrative.
And it starts right here, right now, with conversations like this one.
Absolutely. So keep talking, keep questioning, keep pushing for a better future.
Well said. Well, folks, there you have it. Another deep dive in the books. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the exciting potential of AI to the ethical challenges it poses.
It's a complex issue, no doubt, but as we've discussed, it's not insurmountable.
We have the power, collectively, to steer AI in the right direction. And that's a responsibility we can't afford to ignore.
Absolutely not. The future is in our hands.
So until next time, stay curious, stay engaged, and remember, the future of AI is up to all of us. Thanks for joining us.